All right, everybody. All one person that probably listens to this, which is cool. I don't mind actually. It just kind of lets you know that you think people listen, and people don't. People don't really give a shit. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm actually saying that as a good thing. There is a big kind of excitement when one of your friends starts something new, and then they kind of actually check it out and they learn, you know what, that's just actually not for me. Like, you know what, I thought I liked him, but I just can't fucking listen to him talk that much. I get it. I mean, I think it's funny because like the same thing, kind of just touching back on the music thing. Like initially when I first did it, I was handing out CDs to uh to people in at my work at the hardware store. I used to work at a hardware store during Christmas for the Christmas department. All American hardware store. It shut down. It went out of business, but um, I worked in the Christmas section. And I was walking around handing people mixtape CDs that I had spent all weekend burning on my computer. Burning is what they called when you used to download music from a torrent or from Napster or something, and then put it on a CD and record it onto the CD. For all you young people that don't know what that is, nobody there gave a shit. Of course, naturally. I mean, I wouldn't. The fuck are you? The fuck are you, bro? You work in the Christmas department. You rap? It was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you just want to check it out. Kind of tell me what you think. People are always nice. They're like, I mean, yeah, it's good. It was fucking terrible. It was so horrid. But I mean, that's the best I could do. I mean, I was literally recording with a headphones that from one side of the headphones, like from the headset, I recorded that. I plugged my little headphone jack into the microphone jack, and I was recording like that. I was recording on a Dell laptop. I'll never forget this. I was recording on a Dell laptop that my mom bought me for college, that she bought on layaway. Fucking, that's some shit, right? We went to the Dell store, bought a laptop on layaway. That was the laptop itself was like $1,500, $1,600. And this was back in 2002, right? 2002, 2003. I mean, right now my entire setup doesn't cost $1,500, and it's 100 times better than than what it was with my Dell laptop. It didn't even have Wi-Fi. I needed to buy an adapter for it. Yeah, it's just kind of the same, I guess. All night I've been taking these or every night for the past few days I've been taking these it's this magnesium derivative, magnesium citrate, magnesium dimagnate, something like that. I don't know. It's something supposed to help with sleep, which I take it. I wanted to kind of see what was going on with it, see if it actually helped. And I don't think it's attributed to this, but I've been having a lot more lucid dreams. It could also be because I've been focusing on lucid dreams, trying to gather as much from those dreams as possible. And I can kind of blame that on Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Art, because he talks about the best way to get internal. What does he say? He says like the best way to get uh, uh, internal growth, or like answers from the inside of you, is to quiet the outside, and vice versa. The best way, if you want to get answers from the outside, you have to quiet your inside. So I quiet my outside when I'm sleeping, don't we? I mean, we all do. We just sleep. But your mind runs rampant and does a bunch of different things. So I would assume that kind of has a lot to do with it. I had this dream last night, even though I was thinking this thought earlier this weekend, because this weekend, much like every other weekend, like the past 2 months now, I've spent alone. Just me and my dogs and Hulu. Now, yesterday though, yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, somewhere during midday, I don't remember what I was doing, but I thought to myself, I miss you. And then I got really sad. I got really sad, not because I don't necessarily miss you whoever you are. I don't even miss us. I'm not talking about any specific girlfriend that I had in the past or person that I dated. I missed I missed being able to just kind of tell somebody the dumbest shit that comes to my mind, or about something cool that I found on the internet, or just a comment or a joke. I got really sad for a minute, literally a minute, not anything longer. But I sat there and I'm just kind of being mopey and shit in my own fucking feelings, just getting my booty hurts. I'm so sad. That's what literally that's what I did to myself. And I was just I was sitting there and and I came to the realization, I came to that realization. I was like, I don't miss you per se. I was like, I miss having a you, because in the entirety that I've been in the entirety of my life, where I knew that I can get a woman, I can date a woman, I can seduce a woman, whatever it is. I've never really spent time by myself. And then I've never spent time analyzing myself. Now, yes, I know some people are going to say this is not a long time. 2 months, 3 months. It's the longest that I've ever been alone in my entire life. My entire life. Put that in perspective. I don't remember the names of everybody that I dated. I even forgot some people. I was trying to remember some people the other day, and I don't remember their names. I remember their faces, some of them. And I don't mean date as in just, actually being together with somebody as boyfriend, girlfriend, as official, that kind of thing. No, I just mean just as dating, just like, hey, we went out a few times, we went out for 2-3 months, and then that's it. And like, I just didn't remember. And then I started going through through my Instagram account, my social media account. I started looking at a bunch of old archived posts, because you can do that. You can kind of go and look through things that you've posted in the past before. I don't think you can delete them. At least I don't know how. I just go in there and I look. But I looked since I've had that account, which was, I don't know, maybe about 7 years or so. And I would go in there and I'd see all these beautiful moments with all these beautiful women. And they were all, nice women. They did their thing. They were cool. They were good partners, good enough partners at that time. And we didn't work out for whatever reason, right? But I go and I look back and I looked at every single one of those, every single like picture or video that I saw with them, and we were having a good time and we were smiling and we were joking and we were laughing and being flirty and blah blah blah. It kind of put me a little bit back in my senses. Actually, no, it did put me back in my senses, because that's when I realized, like, I didn't miss you specifically. I just missed that. And it's hard, man. I mean, it's hard, at least for me. It's been 2 months. Sure. We're talking, let's see, 20. Say I started dating at 18, right? That's 22 years. 22 years. Now, I'm not saying I spent 22 years with a girlfriend. I'm saying I spent 22 years with somebody. Sometimes a girlfriend, sometimes some girl I'm hooking up with, sometimes 3-4 girls I'm hooking up with. And this is the first time, because what would happen is in the past, I just couldn't contain myself. I couldn't stand still. And I still, to be honest, it is very difficult to just sit still and not immediately kind of go out and force a relationship to happen. Just kind of, hey, look, I can kind of date this girl for a few months till I get over it. And I've gone on probably about 4 or 5 dates since I've been here, and talked to, I don't know, maybe about 6, 7, 8, 9 women for a short period of time. And then after a few conversations, I just kind of realized, you know what, this is not for me. And I don't want to force it to happen. I don't want to make it keep happening. I just kind of just let it fizzle out, or stop talking to them. Just say, hey, you know what, we're going in different directions. I don't want to continue investing my time into you, because the truth is, I probably would only want to fuck you. And I've fucked enough people in my life. I'm all right. I could probably even take some of those fucks back, to be honest. A lot of them. Maybe probably about half, maybe more than half, I could probably just take back. Say 75% of them, 80%, maybe about 90% of them I could probably take back. I read this book a few years back, and I absolutely love it. It's called A 4,000 Weeks Time Management for Mortals by Oliver Burkeman. In this book, he says, I don't know who, I always forget who he quotes, but in the book it says, man is always in haste because we are in flight from ourselves. Listen to that. Do you understand what that means? Man is always in haste because we are in flight from ourselves. We are always in a hurry. We are always trying to stay busy. We have this never-ending FOMO, this never-ending fear of missing out. We have to try and cram as many things into our day because we can't stand being with ourselves alone. That is a literal mind fuck, because it's true. There's so many times where I just remember sitting down in my apartment by myself, or feeling like I'm just not doing something exciting, and telling myself I need to go out and I need to experience this and I need to experience that. And yeah, granted, a lot of those things, a lot of things were concerts or going on road trips, or going to beaches, or traveling out of the state or something like that. And it was cool, but I mean, it wouldn't kill me if I didn't have those memories. It wouldn't kill me if I had a lot of memories. I guess I say that now, right? Just because I have them. And looking back, I did feel kind of, I did feel sad, because all I thought about was everything beautiful. Because that's what I want to remember. Because even during the times when I was together with X person, even during the beautiful times, I still had the bad ones in the back of my mind. They were always there. The smiles and the beautiful times were always just like splat on top of like the shit times, on top of the arguments, on top of the disagreements, on top of the fights, on top of the insecurities. It was just layering a piece of frosting on top of a piece of cake that tastes like shit. And every single one of those pictures and every single one of those archived photos or memories, that's all it is. All I see is the frosting. All you see is the frosting. When I only think about the frosting. I don't think about the shit flavored cake. Now, initially, my brain is programmed to only look at the good things, only think about the happy things, because we don't like to think about negative things. We always think about negative things on our own anyway. So I always think about the good times. But life isn't just frosting. Life is cake too. And sometimes that cake tastes like shit. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm going to try and record every single morning just to try and keep this going. I really do want to get to 100. Hope you guys stick with me. Peace.